Bearcat Radio will be on the air in 5 minutes. Till today's broadcast of Bearcat Athletics. Still airtime. One minute till Bearcat Radio is live. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. time for Virginia High Baseball on Bearcat Radio, the flagship station of VHS Athletics. You're listening to the Virginia High Bullpen Show on Bearcat Radio, the flagship station of Virginia High Athletics.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds, and most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
We rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone who
had to be independent and take initiative. And that's how I handle every project I get.
Discover new ways to develop great talent at gradsoflife.org. Brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
Good Saturday afternoon from Radford, Virginia, where the Region D champion Virginia High Bearcats take on the Region B champs, the Page County Panthers, in the Class II state championship. Hello, everybody. This is Dylan Hutton along with Coach Reese Sidnor as we welcome you into this blockbuster title game between the Bearcats and the Panthers. So we get Coach Sidnor in here into this steam room, this booth that we have here in Radford. Both teams are on a roll coming to this game. Virginia High's won 10 in a row. Page County's won 24 straight.
Wow.
Who's more comfortable going into this title bout, considering both are on such rolls?
I think, honestly, they're both pretty comfortable. You're right where you want to be. This is what you play for all season, so you can't come in here with any kind of jitters. I know it's a big game, but you got to do what's got you here all year and just play your type of game and try to get out here with the win today.
Both teams playing their 28th ball game of the year, and this one for the championship. Virginia High 20-7 on the year. Page County 26-1 as we're going to get going here around 1:15 as T.R. Williams throws a few more warm-up pitches, a sidearm lefty. Bobby Medley will lead it off for the Cats in right, then Jordan Dixon getting the start. He'll be batting second on the mound, too, for him as Zach Griffith is short. Justin Lewis at first in the 4th spot, had 3 RBIs yesterday. Tyler Anderson in left, Nolan Haas at third, Jared Mouse behind the plate, John Malumba the DH for Austin Davidson, who's at second. And Jamie Lathrop rounds out the order for the Bearcats as they head up to the plate here as Bobby Medley will lead it off. It's 1:11 p.m. So a little bit ahead of schedule here for the first pitch. 4 minutes ahead as the Cats in their pinstripes with Bearcats across the front in orange. A pitch on the way, misses high. Both teams wearing white today as it's 1-0 to Bobby. The freshman Williams, the second freshman Virginia High's faced in as many days. So they get to state and end up facing some youth on both teams.
Hopefully we can have the same success we had yesterday.
1-1 outside, taken for a strike, and it's now 1-1, that is. Over here on the campus of Radford University, we welcome you in. Again, tonight's game is brought to you by BSN Sports in Bristol. Wind and fire from Williams, a big breaking pitch, ends up right down the middle, and that's a big breaker for strike 2. Started off the play, ended up right down the middle.
Freshman looks pretty good. He looks
Wind
comfortable.
And fire, 1-2, down and in. Bobby had to jump out of the way. Now 2-2. We're just in the first inning if you're tuning in. State championship game between the Cats and the Panthers. Williams winds and fires. This one lined foul and out of play over near the batting cages to the right field side. See the Dedman Center over the left field wall where Radford basketball plays their seasons. Video board out in left center. Showing 1:12 on the clock as the wind and fire. The 2-2 on the way to Medley. A big breaker stays up and away, and the lefty having a issue here putting away Medley, and it's now a full count to the leadoff man for the Cats.
That's what you want. Bobby's up there fighting, give a chance for these other hitters to see some pitches.
Wind and fire. This one grounded softly down the third base line past Coach Lee, and foul. Still a full count here in the first. In the campus at Radford, the home of the Highlanders baseball team. They've definitely renovated this place. Around 700 seats right behind home plate. Pretty nice little ballpark. The 3-2 on the way. Down and in, ball 4. So Medley works a walk to lead off the ball game. The Bearcat fans happy about it. And a good way to start the ball game is now Jordan Dixon, today's pitcher for the Cats, will come up with the bat for the first time today.
I mean, I know that's a walk. He doesn't want to give up the walk there, but this freshman, he looks a lot more comfortable than the freshman that we saw yesterday.
Yeah, the freshman from this winds and fires. This one down low for a ball. The freshman from Chatham settled down eventually, but had a rough start to the ball game.
We'll see if we're going to be off and running here with the lefty up there. See if you have any kind of pickoff move.
Got Medley over at first, stretching a lead. Williams kicks, fires to the plate. This one a called strike inside. That evens it back up at 1-1 here on this Saturday afternoon. Coach Daniels giving some signs back down to first. Got to wonder how quick they are to chance it in this championship game, especially with a lefty. There's the kick. Bunt shown, popped up down the first base line, and a diving dropped play in fair territory, and Medley's going to be thrown out at second. The bunt was popped up by Dixon, and they get Medley out as he was standing back at first. It popped up. Day went down the first base line, dove for it, couldn't handle it, and Medley got doubled off, and reaching was Dixon at first base. So the bunt didn't work out, but the Cats still end up with a runner on. It goes 2-6 on the putout.
Worked out for Page County there.
I mean, the lead runner in the process.
I mean, Bobby was kind of left out there in no man's land.
Saw Coach Daniels take his hat off, kind of slam it against his thighs. He's kind of frustrated with Jordan not getting that bunt down and popping it up.
The worst thing you could do is try to bunt and get it up in the air like that.
Now Zach Griffith up with one out and a runner on. That one hit back into the netting. If it wasn't there, it would have woke us up, wouldn't it? Straight back, and it's 0-1. Justin Lewis waits on deck. Did you flinch?
I did.
I did too.
Windows are open, so I flinched.
Yeah, I forgot that we had more than these windows in front of us. 0-1 count to Griffith as the lefty Williams tries to work through this situation. One out in the inning here in the first. They'll pick back off over to first base. Pinch runner over there, Michael Bradley.
Like I said, as a lefty, if he'll just throw over there a few times, it's hard to get a good jump off a lefty because it's just hard to tell if he's going home or if he's coming to first base. You kind of have to look at that foot, that front foot.
The 0-1 is a slow breaker, 63 miles an hour, called strike. 0-2.
I mean, this moment does not look too big for this freshman.
Williams kicks. Here's the 0-2 pitch, down and in. Dancing out of the way was Griffith, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Griffith had a great game last night for the Bearcats. Win a complete game, 2-hitter. For Virginia High. Walked 4, struck out 8. Gave up 1 run. The runner goes. This one's fouled down the line past third base coach's box. And Daniels clapping his hands trying to will Zach to a base hit here as he tries to work the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nice breeze blowing right now from right to left across the field. 400 to dead center, 330 down each line. Pitch inside, missed, 2-2. Went with the fastball that time, and it rung out at 80. Not having a hard time getting up there either with the speed. That's his max fastball, according to the scouting report. Usually hangs around 76 to 79. Runner goes. This one misses down and in. The throw to second is high, but good backup there by Hammer, the second baseman, and a stolen base for Bradley as he's over to second. Now Zach Griffith with a 3-2 count will have a chance to drive in Bradley for the first run of the ballgame.
But I mean, that's the issue. As a lefty, I mean, he only threw over there once. If you got to throw over there a few times to try to keep him a little bit closer there. If you're going to give it to us, we're going to take it.
Williams kicks a 3-2 on the way. A swing and a miss. That 80-mile-per-hour fastball in on the hands.
Because I guess if you can do that, I guess you don't really worry about the runners.
That's true.
But now this is the kid that we want up, Justin Lewis. Definitely want him up in these situations, runner in scoring position.
Hitting 500 with runners in scoring position on the year. Somewhere up near 17 for 30.